Hi, my name is Ruby Beecham and you're watching Made of Stone. Today I'm going to be doing a music news video, which is basically an update of everything that's happened in the past couple of days for rock, indie and alternative music. Now, I know my setup's changed a little bit in terms of angle, but I'm just experimenting a little bit of, what looks best, what's most aesthetically pleasing, because, I've got to capture this in the best way that I can. I was reading Enemy, so go there for anything music news related. It's fantastic. They do updates as the day goes on. Reading this, reading through the page, scrolling through, saw that Damon Albarn of Blur was asked to perform or record on Noel Gallagher's latest album. And he didn't. But, it's quite surprising because if everyone knows, the sort of Blur, Oasis, 90s Britpop rivalry, it was quite intense and, they were battling it out for that, the first spot in the charts, and I think it was like Country House won for Blur, so it's a bit painful to see that was something that could have been happening, because I even read that Damon Albarn, was down to go for that. The only thing was that he was recording, obviously, Gorillaz' latest Humans LP. So he was too busy doing that, so he couldn't record a Noel Gallagher's album, which I think, was a sign that was supposed to be fate. But I guess it's one of those things where if they've buried the hatchet, then us fans, us hardcore fans, have got to do so too. Can't say I'm particularly impressed. I think it's more the fact that Liam Gallagher's now out of the picture, and if I heard that those two were like best buddies now, I'd be pretty shocked and probably a bit disgusted with the fact that, how can you think something and go back on it so quickly? But Liam Gallagher's apparently had a lot to say about it, and Noel Gallagher says that who the hell cares what Liam thinks? I'm there with you, mate, I'm there with you. That's probably the only thing I've ever agreed with a Gallagher on. Yeah, this made me, this made me crack up for some reason. It got to me. You can win the chance to have brunch with Ringo Starr. I mean, that sounds like some sort of trippy dream, but that's fine. That's what he likes to do. It's for his 77th birthday. He's having a brunch in LA with his charity Amaze. I think it's a chance that if you put $10 in, you can win the opportunity for you and a friend to go along and have brunch with him. I mean, that would be so interesting. I mean, who else would be going along? Because obviously that's like his inside scoop. Those are his like best buddies. So who else would be there would be very interesting. And you'd probably look around yourself and have to keep pinching, thinking, I must have just, dropped into a coma on the spot and this is like a lucid dream I'm having or whatever. It goes to the David Lynch Foundation, which is a non-profit organisation which helps help trauma and toxic stress for at-risk individuals. So it's all for a good cause, and, you might get out of it the chance to have brunch with Ringo Starr. Radiohead have had an ant species named after them. Now, I personally feel like they've missed out on a trick there with the fact that there's adamant. And what's next? Is a beetle going to be, named after Metallica? Missing out on tricks here, guys. I'm just throwing this out there. So, according to Enemy on fizz.org, Sericomorrex Radioheady. Now, I'll leave the link below so you can read it because I probably read that out wrong. A species that was discovered in the Venezuelan Amazon by Anna Yesovnik and Ted R. Schultz of the Smithsonian Institution's Ant Lab. Ant Lab, that's a good band name. And they said, we wanted to honour their music, but more importantly, we wanted to acknowledge the conservation efforts of the band members, especially in raising climate change awareness. Dave Grohl's mum is releasing her memoir, From Cradle to Stage, and has revealed one of her biggest fears about Dave Grohl's obviously getting his fame in the 90s with Nirvana, the grunge era. And again, the biggest fear was that Madonna was going to snatch him up. Now, I don't know if that meant adopting him, collaborating with him or taking his ideas, or just, going out of him. But it was quite an interesting sentence, and the news article at Enemy didn't really explain that any further, so you'll have to go read the memoir. I'm going to, because I'm very interested by that point. It was released, in fact, yesterday it was released, so it's out now, so go buy it. I'll leave the link below. And it talks about how Dave Grohl sort of dealt with the fame, and also about the news of Kurt Cobain's suicide and what her reaction was, and how it was for the lads, and what she sort of expected of Dave Grohl in that situation. So I think it's like a sort of an unexpected perspective and insight into what happened. So I feel like it's going to be an interesting read. So I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. I'll probably review it on here as well. For the Genesis fans out there, they have there's been rumours that they're going to bring back a reunion tour. for their 50th anniversary. The last time they did tour was in 2007 when that was their 40th anniversary, so you know the time is about right for them. You know, come and do us all a favour. The only band members that there are now are Tony Banks, Phil Collins and Mike Rutherford, so you know, a bit of three-piece going on. It was talk of the fact that obviously Phil Collins is coming back and doing his solo work, so around that sort of time he said that, you know, anything could happen in terms of a Genesis reunion, so that's quite exciting. I think even Mike Rutherford said himself that, you know, that's could be happening, so that'd be great. So keep an eye out, because you don't want to be in this land of confusion for too long. You should get that if you are a big fan of Genesis. Apparently it's going to be later on in this year that they're going to be reforming, so you know, we've not got that long to wait, guys. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated as well, so if there's any more news coming out, we'll know. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for sticking with my channel, and I'll see you later on in the week. Bye!